Hey guys, I hope you're all good. I'm a bit nervous, so I'm hoping this goes well. I am Kulani, Chauke, Summer Gray, yay! I don't have any other thing to say. Let's just get on with it. Importance of reading. I feel reading is important because for me personally, it helps with my vocabulary. It helps with my eloquence, my speech. It also helps me with understanding of certain words, if I can say. The benefits are it helps with your imagination skills, if those are skills. It helps you with creativity. It's a creative way of expressing yourself. You get to understand what the writer was trying to express. You get a different way of feeling through words instead of having someone to explain to you and seeing their facial emotions, but rather you get the emotions in a context form. So I believe it's one of those benefits. And what else? It also reduces stress. Yeah, so I heard, and I think I also have had that segment where it reduced my stress. It helps you move into a different dimension. It helps you to get a different perspective of life than the reality that you already know, right? You get to live in a fantasy world, something that we don't really get to in life. So, yeah. There are many benefits when it comes to reading, more especially with communication skills as well. You're able to communicate with the next person in a, can I say, in a higher IQ level kind of vibe. I don't know if that makes sense. But how often should one read? I say that you should read as often as possible. I come from a family where reading is like one huge thing. My mom is a bookie, my aunts, my sisters, they are bookies. It's an amazing thing because now you get to get down, like you get passed downs of books and all that. It doesn't really have to be books. It can be magazines, it can be newspapers, it can be the Bible, it can be different things that you can read, so long as you're able to get something from it. So I think you should read as often as possible. Recently I just finished reading these. Nope, that's not a lie. I know. She's good, right? She's good, but this one has to be the best, my best read so far. So, advice when it comes to writing. So, my advice is if you feel something, write it down. There's no other way in which you can express yourself than rather being creative about it. I mean, from our background, we come from a lineage of creative ancestors who would rather use cornrows to express themselves, decorate their rondavels and all that. Tonga people, for sure, we express ourselves through color. And yeah, I'll say if you feel something, just write it down. I'm not so expressive in person. Like, I cannot really voice out things like that. I'd rather just write them down, and I believe that's the most realist thing that you can ever do. The most beautiful writings are birthed in a place where emotions are running high. So yeah, writing for me is an escape to a world I've never lived before. Reality, guys, honestly, reality is hard. Life is tough out here. But then you get to write about, I don't know, a fantasy. You get to write about this princess who has everything she ever wanted. I mean, I know that's kiddish writing, but just to name a few examples, you're able to write about someone that you are not. You have only one chance to life. So now, if you have, like me, you have many different characters up for display. How do you then display them without having to sabotage the one that is living through you now? Well, you write them down. You write that person, you write about that person. You let that character take over and write how they would have wanted life to be. And then before you know it, you have a novel, you have a script, you have a play, you have an article, you have different things, right? You are expressing yourself like that. So I believe for me, those are that's one thing that's good about writing. So yeah, write it down. Hopefully you get a bit of something from this, and that's it from me for now.